Greetings, artists. I am going to walk you through our project based on Helma af Klemt's paintings. Our project is entitled Age, Feelings, and Colors with Line and Shape. So we're going to start with a piece of paper, and then we need color tools. It really does not matter which color tools you choose. Whatever you have in your art box is fine. I'm going to be using marker to make my lines, and then I'm going to use crayon to color inside my lines. So if you remember from the video, Helma af Klemt used her emotions and the feelings that she felt inside to guide the lines that she made on her paper to scribble, and then she would paint inside those lines using colors that stood for different ages throughout her life. So I'm going to choose 3 colors that are going to stand for 3 times in my life. I am going to use, let me see, I want to make sure I have crayons that match. Don't really have a crayon that matches this one, so I'm going to put it back, but I do have one that matches this. Okay, I am going to choose 2 types of kind of blue color, a light blue, a green, a blue-green, and then a violet. So this is going to be when I was young. This represents when I was young. This represents when I was middle age, and this represents now in my life. So young, my middle ages, and then now. I'm going to choose my lighter color, and I'm just going to start making marks on my paper. There really is no wrong answer. I'm going to start by making just some waves. This might be representative of possibly like when I was learning to crawl, learning to walk, things that happened when I was young. Things that happened in my middle ages would be when I was in school. And so that, for me, is going to be represented by more straight lines with these little zigzags, because there were times when I was growing and times when I was just moving forward. So that's going to represent the middle times in my life. And then now I am super busy because I am a teacher and a mom, and that is a very busy time in my life. So that's going to be represented by a twisty line for me, because it's a lot. It's a lot for me to balance. There's a lot of feelings, a lot of emotions that go into it. So this is my doodle. Again, when I was young, when I was middle age, and now. That's what my line looks like. And now I'm going to use colors that complement exactly what I have down on my paper here. So I've got a blue, and I'm going to start coloring inside these areas. Now again, there's no wrong answer with adding color either. I'm going to color inside the lines that I made, or inside the shapes that I made. So these 2 lines where they connected, they made a shape. And also my swirly line made a shape by wrapping around and then reconnecting there. So I'm going to kind of color inside this area and color that blue. I could also vary my pressure, which is going to change the value, and I want to show you what I mean by that. If I come right up to my line and I press really hard, that's going to make the value a lot darker. Now I've got a super dark blue on my paper, and then if I let up just a little bit, so I'm not pressing quite as hard with my crayon, it's medium value. And then if I barely touch the paper, that's a light value. So you can see a value scale that I made there. Now in the end, I would fill this entire shape with color. I'm not going to sit here and color that entire area though, because I feel like that would be a waste of your time. I do want to point out that in the end, my plan will be to color those 3 areas, the shapes that they made, in solid with my coloring tools. And then I will still have some areas that are going to be just blank, the color of the paper. I'm not going to fill my entire page with color just inside my shapes. And this finished example will be up on the chalkboard in my classroom, or if you're an online student, I will post this. A picture of this inside the assignment. So this is my version of the Age, Feeling, and Color with Line and Shape project based on Helma af Klemt's paintings, and I cannot wait to see what you create.